All right, guys, how's it going? So, every day, as you know, I usually review the Spanish football dailies for you to see if there's anything in them about Trent and Real Madrid, Zubimendi, Cubo, my boy Aspas at Celta Vigo, Mamardashvili, and so on. It's something that I do every day, usually when I'm in Spain. I'm on the move at the moment. I'm in England until tomorrow. I'm due to go back to Spain tomorrow. But I have taken a look at today's Spanish football dailies for you. I can access the print versions, not the online versions, the print versions of the three publications I usually review. So I'm going to go over those with you in a moment. There's nothing of any real interest, to be honest with you. We're going to be talking about a few things. But there's nothing to do with Trent Alexander-Arnold and Real Madrid, if that's why you're watching this video. We're going to touch on Zubimendi and Mamardashvili, just the usual things that I keep an eye out on for you. So I'll try and get through this as quickly as possible. Okay, so Valencia secured a 2-0 home win over Leganes yesterday, which obviously was a crucial win for them. Mamardashvili was back in goal. He'd sat out the previous cup game, if you remembered. I think they got battered by Barcelona 5-0. But they use, a cup goalkeeper just like we do with Kelleher. But Mamardashvili was back in goal. It was a 2-0 home win, and Valencia are now third from bottom, which is just 1 point from safety. So they're doing pretty well, to be honest with you. An extra couple of points would currently see them jump to 15th in La Liga, for example. So there's not much in it. And there's 20 teams in La Liga. Mamardashvili received a 2-star rating out of 3 in that game. Real Sociedad, they also won yesterday, a 2-1 home win over Espanyol. That leaves them seventh in La Liga. If you remember at the beginning of the season, they got off pretty slowly. It was a shaky start, but they are seventh. Zubimendi and Cubo were both in action. Obviously, you know about our interest in Zubimendi, and if you follow KopTalk, you'll know that we were sniffing around Cubo last summer. So I'm still keeping an eye on him, see what happens with him. He's a good little winger, very exciting player, but very, very small. Now the ratings from Marca, Zubimendi got 1 star out of 3 again. I keep mentioning this in the in these updates. He's not getting the best of ratings at the moment. But there has been suggestions that he's tired. I think he has the most outfield minutes of any, most minutes played. Sorry, for any outfield player at Real Sociedad, and there's been suggestions that he needs a rest. You remember a couple of weeks ago, but maybe 3-4 weeks ago now, he had that knee and was it an ankle injury or something? But then he was almost available immediately within days again. So it makes me wonder if he's a full condition. So just worth considering. Cubo wasn't rated because he only came on for the last 15 minutes. Marco also touched on Liverpool's FA Cup exit yesterday, and they run with the headline: Liverpool says goodbye to the quadruple. In AS, they touch on Liverpool's FA Cup exit. Batacazo del Liverpool is the headline, and in football terms, that means Liverpool's big setback or Liverpool's shock defeat. Depending on the context, obviously it was a shock defeat. It's used, the word batacado is often used to describe a major disappointment, failure, or unexpected defeat, especially when a strong team loses to a weaker opponent or suffers an embarrassing result. A lot of stuff in AS just, basically duplicating or replicating what was in Marca, really. But moving on away from those not Spanish, pro Real Madrid publications, we go on to Sport, which is the Catalan newspaper, if you like, the pro Barcelona. They talk about the injury to Lucas Vasquez. This was mentioned in the other two publications, but I don't want to read it out from each one. Basically, Lucas Vasquez is injured before that game against Manchester City. He's picked up a hamstring injury and will miss the second leg of the Champions League round of 16 against City, and he's due to be out for 3 weeks. This is, quite a blow for them. For Real Madrid, obviously they've played him, as a converted right back, and it makes you wonder now if Real Madrid wish they'd stepped up their attempts to sign Trent in January, but if you believe the reports, Liverpool were not willing to do business full stop. So he's due to be out for about 3 weeks. Sport, do touch on Liverpool's FA Cup elimination as well. Slots, Liverpool is mortal, basically. El Liverpool de Slot es mortal, implying that Liverpool is mortal in the sense that they're vulnerable and not invincible. The almighty Liverpool of Arne Slot, who had toured England and Europe like an indestructible machine, was eliminated in the 16th round of the iconic English tournament against the runner-up of the Championship, or the English Second Division. We obviously know who they are. That's a translation there or whatever. But basically saying that Liverpool leading the Premier League with an iron fist, 53 points in a game in hand, first in the Champions League phase. They've been playing spectacular in 24-25. However, this historic defeat to Plymouth Argyle in the FA Cup round of 16 will taint their impressive run. And they say Arne Slot's work at the helm of the Red Team, which mourned the departure of Jurgen Klopp after a historic spell at Liverpool last summer, was being impeccable. However, the Dutch coach was too confident in his visit to Home Park in the Cup tournament. No real reference to Liverpool, resting the big guns or anything like that. So, yeah, just thought I'd give you a little, a little mention of what they're saying. I'm sure you don't give a fuck what they're saying, neither do I, to be honest with you. But I just thought I would mention that. So there you have it. Nothing really, exciting. Obviously, Real Madrid, that problem at right back continues for them. So it'd be interesting to see how they deal with that. Zubimendi, I don't know. He's not getting a lot of high ratings at the moment, but it does make you wonder if he's not 100%. Mamardashvili, obviously, Valencia, climbing up the table a little bit at the bottom there. So that's it, guys. That's all for you. I'll continue to monitor these papers for you on a daily basis, unless you don't want me to. I think most people enjoy these videos because it does give a little bit of insight as to what's being said in Spain, especially when it comes to Liverpool as well. And whether you're sick of hearing about Zubimendi, you think he's going to Arsenal or whatever, until he signs for someone else, I'm keeping an eye on him. I don't expect us to reignite our interest in Cuba, to be honest with you. But still, I'm interested to see what happens with these players that Liverpool looked at, see if anybody else snaps them up, that kind of thing. Obviously, Mamardashvili, I'm interested to see what he's doing at Valencia. Loic Bade as well. Just keeping an eye on these things. All right, guys, I'm going to leave that with you. If you appreciate this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please drop me a comment if you've got anything interesting to say. And if you want to, normally I'd say if you want to buy me a coffee or a beer, hit the super thanks, the love heart under the video. But I'm in England at the minute, so we'll call it a Greg sausage roll. All right, I know what you think. You're thinking, I'm not fucking supporting you. You need to lose some weight. Well, all right then, fucking a Greg's pure orange juice, if that makes you feel better. All right, guys, take it easy. I'll be live on here at 1 o'clock this afternoon for an hour if you want to come along for a notter. What's a fucking notter? A natter. All right, see you this afternoon. Hooray.